The entire world stands before you. Everyone is waiting for you to make one mistake. However, you, the chosen one, will never make that mistake. Because God is reawakening you, just like a mother whispering a lullaby into her baby's ear. He whispers to you with sympathy. This video is his means of reaching out to you. This word has come to you from afar, beyond your intellect and imagination's reach, for you must awaken the strength within you and ignite your spirit to overcome them. Now, write 77. In the comments, please engage your energy transmission. Then rewind a little and listen to this area again. Many of them who perceived you as innocent silently conspired in the shadows, hoping to manipulate you at your weakest moments. They wanted to surprise you for their own gain. Shape your choices while keeping a watchful eye on you, ready to step over you. They were oblivious, however, of the spiritual protection that surrounded you. There was an unseen shield and energy that prevented bad intents from passing through. You not only neutralized their games, but you also had the fortitude to break free from these traps and forge your own way. Their rage towards you derives from their own disappointment with their failures. They had always regarded you as a figure who would falter, but in front of them they saw someone standing on their own 2 feet, pursuing their goals. Your triumphs disturbed them because, with faith in your strongest moments, you unraveled the threads of their meticulously knit plans one by one, while they waited for a vulnerable time. On the contrary, they were enraged, seeing you becoming stronger with every stride. Despite the challenges, you continue to move forward without pausing, teaching those who expect you to kneel on your journey. A lesson for your entire life. Satanic powers set challenges for you, expecting you to stumble at each new one. But you always move forward with purpose and resolve. Because Satan challenged God and said he could fool you. Do you recognize the chosen one? He never fooled you once. Look around. Everyone is fooled. Social media, temporary relationship rumor. They waste their time on such activities. But you don't fall for them since your soul is fed by the most ancient energies. They attempted to evaluate you by comparing your bounds, yet the confines of your existence are far more than they could have imagined and serve a divine purpose. You cannot be bound by the limitations imposed by others, since the route you take bears the imprints of a greater will. Their rage stems not from your mistakes, but from their inability to stop you despite their best efforts. Your accomplishments astound people because no matter how hard they try, they are unable to shake your resolve. Every impediment they set in your road serves as an opportunity for you to grow stronger while they continue to exhaust themselves. You rise with determination in the face of this opposition. Those who watch their ambitions crumble one by one are becoming prisoners of their own disappointments. You have the ability to retain your level, remaining steadfast enough to ignore the frantic games around you. Remember how they used subtle ways to entice you into gossip and intrigue. They attempted to confuse your mind, expecting you to react in the same way they did. Their strategy was to drag you into their own disarray. But you recognized through all of the games that preserving your inner harmony was a powerful answer to their expectations as you remained patient and composed. This attitude annoyed them. They are now finding justifications to blame you. However, the true issue was that your mature demeanor revealed their incompetence. Your honest climb and progress without engaging in dirty games created discomfort. In actuality, what you've accomplished is the result of your perseverance, and your stunning success is a difficult truth for them to embrace. From their perspective, you have a good intuition about the traps in your life, remaining clear and determined in the face of people who want to drag you into shadow games. They believe they could influence you and shape your path through intrigue, but you see past the games with your inner guide. You instantly notice the confusion and superfluous details that should be avoided, yet you remained cool. Instead, submit to their manipulation. You kept your distance by maintaining your maturity. This posture revealed their true colors, which made them upset. Their true failure was not only not participating in their games, but also revealing how easy their plots were by your demeanor. You demonstrated to both the world and themselves that the plans they devised were futile, games with no real meaning. Your greatest strength is unquestionably your ability to persevere. Without having to confront or dispute with others, you expose their flaws simply by remaining focused on your own path. As you progress, they are forced to confront their own shortcomings and unfulfilled passions. The traps they place for you are ineffective because your steps are propelled by a deeper source, which they detect instinctively. This consciousness intensifies their rage and fury. You are always an unreachable force for them, unwavering, strong, and cloaked in an invisible shield. Have you ever noticed how many people seem to have no obvious rationale for their behavior toward you? They mumble, gossip, act distant, and occasionally exhibit an openly frigid demeanor. When you look back, you understand that you have done nothing to deserve their conduct because the real problem is not you. It's their own internal universe. Instead of acknowledging their own disappointments, shortcomings, and deficiencies, they prefer to project them outward and blame you. People who are unhappy with themselves frequently seek someone to blame in this situation. You become a target by revealing their shadow aspects, like a light beaming in their darkness. Your accomplishments become a reflection of the ambitions they haven't met or have abandoned, and your peacefulness brutally reminds them of their chaotic decisions. Instead of developing themselves, they dodge accountability by transferring all of their flaws onto you. As someone aware of the circumstance, people's wrath and resentment are often the result of internal conflicts. The actual explanation for their conflicting emotions is not your existence. On the contrary, it is because you embody the way of life that they wished for but were unable to attain. Your tranquility, triumphs, and existence in accordance with inner balance signal a goal that is difficult for them to achieve, making them unhappy not because of you, but because of everything they are uncomfortable with. They cannot be in you, these persons. When persuasion techniques fail, people begin to feel out of control and display their hidden, immature sides. Their fear of someone who has attained their level of maturity instills in them a sense of inferiority and powerlessness. As a result, at every chance, they attempt to manufacture dramas in order to drag you into their swirl of confusion and mayhem. However, if you remain focused on your own development, you demonstrate that these infantile traps are ineffective for them. Instead of developing, the appeal of living a life of struggle persists, since being theatrical and chaotic casts a veil over their reality. Every time you choose tranquility over overreacting, it serves as an internal reminder to them, reflecting their frozen selves. And this concept disturbs them. Sometimes these poisonous people continue to lay traps with passive-aggressive statements in order to draw you into their own world. Their goal is to make you react and lure you into their negativity. However, if you choose to remain cool, you will disturb their plans. Thus, their immature behaviors are shown not just via their words, but also through their attitudes. Choosing calm in every chaotic endeavor requires disconnecting from this destructive relationship, exposing their profound sense of inadequacy. These people find it challenging and terrifying to enter adulthood and confront their own errors. Your calm and balanced demeanor accentuates their own internal tensions. This predicament makes individuals more conflicted, since it reveals their entrapment in immature cycles and aversion to change. Maturing and finding serenity is a challenging process for such people to understand when they exhibit chaotic behavior. They predict similar answers. However, when you silently maintain your inner equilibrium, they are able to reassess their negative cycles. Staying away from this toxic framework and avoiding the dramatic changes becomes difficult. They cannot learn to cope if they do not include you in their negative thoughts. The flaws they conceal become even more apparent, and they recognize it as if staring in a mirror. These people who struggle to exist without conflict and disorder are effectively defeated by your peaceful attitude. Those who have a convoluted inner world and avoid confronting their own internal inconsistencies feel they may survive by manipulating others. However, this attempt at control reflects the profound internal difficulties and weaknesses that they conceal by blaming others and attempting to influence their life. They want to escape their own losses and failings. Their disappointments are loaded with things they desire in life but cannot obtain. Instead of growing in their spiritual maturity, they seek an outward outlet that appears safer by expressing their inner turmoil. When they observe someone around them exhibiting characteristics they lack, they react with judgments and accusations in order to avoid the discomfort they feel while gazing in the mirror. As someone aware of the circumstance, it is critical to acknowledge that people's rage and hatred arose from their own internal struggles. The actual explanation for their conflicting emotions is not your existence. Rather, it's because you embody a way of life that they've wished for but were unable to achieve. Your peace, achievement, and life in accordance with inner balance imply a difficult aim for them to achieve. Making people angry not because of you, but for everything. They are uncomfortable viewing. They cannot be in you, these people. When manipulation attempts fail and they feel like they've lost control, revealing their hidden, immature parts, their fear of someone who has attained their level of maturity causes them to feel inadequate and helpless. As a result, at every chance they attempt to manufacture dramas in order to drag you into their swirl of confusion and mayhem. However, if you remain focused on your own development, you demonstrate that these infantile traps are ineffective for them. Instead of evolving, the allure of continuing to fight remains because being dramatic and chaotic obscures their reality. Every time you choose tranquility over overreacting, it serves as an internal reminder to them, reflecting their frozen selves. And this concept disturbs them. Sometimes these poisonous people continue to lay traps with passive-aggressive statements in order to draw you into their own world. Their goal is to make you react and lure you into their negativity. However, if you choose to remain cool, you will disturb their plans. Thus, their immature behaviors are shown not just via their words, but also through their attitudes. Choosing calm in every chaotic endeavor requires disconnecting from this destructive relationship, exposing their profound sense of inadequacy. These people find it challenging and terrifying to enter adulthood and confront their own errors. Your calm and balanced demeanor accentuates their own internal tensions. This predicament makes individuals more conflicted since it reveals their entrapment in immature cycles and aversion to change. If you're ready to make your own growth, I'm ready. And watch this section again to boost your energy. Maturing and finding serenity is a challenging process for such people to understand when they exhibit chaotic behavior. They predict similar answers. However, when you silently maintain your inner equilibrium, they are able to reassess their negative cycles. Staying away from this toxic framework and avoiding the dramatic changes becomes difficult. They cannot learn to cope if they do not include you in their negative thoughts. The deficiency they conceal becomes more apparent, and they recognize it as if staring in a mirror. These people who struggle to exist without conflict and disorder are effectively defeated by your peaceful attitude. Their frustration stems from years of poor decisions and grueling relationships. While others are restless and seeking unhappiness, you set goals for yourself and put forth the effort. You are receiving the benefits of your labor. You are following the road you created for yourself. On the other side, they are trapped in a cycle of failures and regrets, repeating the same mistakes and carrying the weight of the past. They look at you with rage. However, their rage is directed not at you, but at their own decisions and the paths that led them to where they are today. They see in you the prosperity, calm, and inner strength that they have missed out on. During their reflection, you shine like a mirror, symbolizing their incapacity to succeed. This knowledge pains them because they see in you the balance and achievement that they haven't found in their own life. Their rage is not directed at you, but at the restlessness within themselves that they were unable to address. Only those with fragility within themselves are concerned by others' growth, instead than examining the flaws and failures they caused. They prefer to bring other people down to their level, but while being tested by your challenges, you sought means to climb and found solutions, disrupting their inner equilibrium as they seek companions in their inner turmoil. You did not take their call. Instead of following in their footsteps, you forged your own path and became more self-aware. As a result, you find yourself here. Their rage reflects their unresolved hurts and refusal to heal. They could have decided to change. They could have worked more to improve their situation. However, they maintain the same habits. They can't believe you're breaking free from this loop. However, the gaps in their life are not your responsibility. Their inner dissatisfaction stems from the lifestyle they choose, and you bear no responsibility for it. The years of perseverance and consistency have gotten you to the top. While you forged your own route and stuck to it, others were busy sucking your energy. Your focused effort guided you step by step to triumph, unaffected by their negativity. Every effort you made was with good intentions. Thus, the subsequent triumphs and benefits you receive are not coincidences. They cannot comprehend your brilliance since it stems from your inner harmony and divine path, rather than the superficial level. You understand the dedication, strong faith, and inner power that drives this greatness. However, they do not notice it because they are engulfed in negativity. Understanding this path is difficult for them while you work diligently to create your own future. They spent time attempting to knock you down, but they were ignorant that the light within you is too great to be altered by anything else. Your triumphs are a reward for the difficult paths you have taken. They only witness the pinnacle of your accomplishment. They are unable to witness the behind-the-scenes activities, the challenges you faced, and the faith that keeps you going as you silently and determinedly continue forward on your path. Others have spent their time attempting to bring you down. However, beneath all of these games, you are creating your own path. Your achievement today is the consequence of inner harmony, faith, and tenacity. You continue to flourish despite their attempts to stifle it. They don't comprehend how they didn't drag you down because your efforts were not in vain. You concentrated on your path precisely where they had scattered, while they were lost in their own darkness. You have always reflected your inner light, and it continues to invigorate you. When divine guidance and personal determination unite, external interventions fade into insignificance. They thought they could trick you with false games. At each stage, you followed God's plan. Your dedication to success and the sincerity of your aims guaranteed that your efforts were acknowledged. This accomplishment stems from a depth that others cannot comprehend. Thus, despite their slanders, you are winning, and their failure to recognize that your accomplishment is the consequence of your inner strength and patience. You opted to combat darkness by using light. They feel that success may be stolen. You demonstrated that success radiates from inside. Every increase reminds them of their own limitations. The hurdles they encountered in front of you could not stand because you committed to the route God drew for you with each rising. You put up a mirror to their own shortcomings, recognizing that you have developed and strengthened as someone who does not fall into their traps. It became a difficult truth for them, for you. Continuing to move forward demonstrates your determination. Your path will always be bright thanks to your hard effort, unwavering faith in the face of adversity, and dedication to spiritual protection. Others may not comprehend your inner peace and direction, but you recognize that success is built on more than just external outcomes. It is about achieving the divine goal that God has placed on your path. Despite the many challenges along the way, you have become stronger. Allow your triumphs to disturb others' inner storms, because as long as they cannot bring you down, they will be forced to confront their own darkness. As a result, stay committed to your goal and keep walking along the right path. They are upset because they were unable to draw you into their paradoxes, but you opted to overcome their negativity. Those who recognize this cannot slow you down your peace, and success will always be a reality. You are not the cause of their unhappiness. Do not waste your time or energy on these paradoxes. Move forward on your route to success, which is more than just a goal. It is part of a divine plan. Each step you take, as long as you stay true to yourself and your mission, will propel you further higher. Rising may remind others of their own falls, but keep in mind that you are on this journey not to compare yourself to others, but to accomplish your own purpose. Every move represents an intention. Every effort, a prayer that is embraced by a divine power. The traps. Others are trying to drag you in. Fake games turn into just shadows. Because on this path you develop by remaining true to your own truth rather than being misled by superficial confusion. The stones they attempt to place in your path become into steps that reinforce your resolve. Their wrath will eventually give way to a genuine respect for your silent rise. Because the actual remains unchanging. Your journey is formed by the role God has allotted to you. Remember that achievement is not the end. It is a journey that is renewed, expanded, and strengthened with each step. The fact that this journey, which they couldn't understand, is actually quite precious and valuable as you progress along this route. Those who choose to leave you behind will meet their own chaos. Trust yourself as you tread the route set for you. The light within you will shine even brighter. Every step increases the visibility of God's grace in your life. Continue to move steadily along your route. Every challenge you face along the way is simply a foreshadowing of your next high. Rise without surrendering to others. Negativity. Faith helps you trust your inner guidance. The heights beyond where you've come await you on the route you take with faith. Every win and achievement will continue to shine as proof of not only your own, but also God's beautiful plan for you. Stay genuine to yourself. Remember your purpose and keep walking. Continue to increase. The peaks that others cannot see are no longer a dream, but a reality. As you continue on this route, realize that the journey is shaped by more than just your objectives. There is a higher purpose that lifts you, transforming each difficulty into a learning experience and each setback into an opportunity for growth. Every struggle is woven into a pattern that reveals your best qualities and shapes you into a person capable of reaching even higher heights with each step. The connection between your spirit and purpose grows stronger, and the world around you, in all its confusion, becomes a canvas on which you can paint your own destiny. This is a creative journey rather than a reactive one. A route where you can manifest strength, wisdom, and clarity. Consider every hardship you faced as evidence of a calling that becomes clearer with each passing day. You're on a route that has been paved for those few who dare to keep pushing forward, unaffected by the shadows around them. This is your place, not because of who you were before, but because of who you are becoming. Those who doubted, condemned, or tried to bring you down have actually increased your resolve. They became part of the narrative that shaped you, sharpening your attention and increasing your resilience. Every moment of resistance has taught me something, an opportunity to move above. Take a step back into yourself. Wise and sturdy, there will be days when the weight of the voyage feels too heavy. But know that you are not alone. There's a reason you've come this far. You're surrounded by unseen forces cheering you on, guiding your every move, and supporting you when you feel like you're about to fall. It is during these moments of silent support that you realize your inner strength is not unique to you. It's a force that flows through you from a source far bigger than anything this planet could ever provide. As you progress, each victory is more than just an external achievement. It's a reminder of the inner mastery you've developed. People may see your triumphs, but they do not know the battles you fought in quiet, the times you wanted to quit up but chose to keep going. And it is this choice to aspire and persevere that distinguishes you. This is why you're here, still standing, still progressing toward the goal. You are the only one who can fulfill. Keep your gaze fixed on the route ahead and remember that the light guiding you is eternal. It's a light that burns away all shadows, revealing the truth about who you are and what you're intended to accomplish. There is no reason to be afraid. You're under divine protection, a force far greater than any human intention or worldly obstacle. You're exactly where you need to be. And with each step, you get closer to realizing the purpose of this precious trip. Continue to increase. Continue to shine. You are a live example of faith in action, as well as a monument to the human spirit's resiliency. Recognize that each moment is propelling you toward a destiny as big and magnificent as the soul within you.